Hi, this is Steve from TipTop Photography. One of the questions that I always get asked is a little bit more about me as a photographer. So not just the face of TipTop Photography, but somebody who enjoys taking pictures in my own right. So for the next few minutes, I'll be answering some of those questions to let you know a little bit more about me. Probably started about 10 years ago. I always remember as a child having a camera. I remember going to the safari park in Worcester and taking pictures and having to wait a week for those pictures to come out. But then I managed to get into digital photography and always had a camera with me. But it was probably about 7 to 8 years ago. Deb, my other half, started a course and got interested in portrait photography. And when we went from the portrait photography, we started to have a studio space. And we've had 4 studio spaces in total, with the one that we're in today being our final one. So really it's been a long process, but something that we really enjoy to do. I became a full-time photographer, full-time professional in August last year, and since then doing the day-to-day work of great photography, photographed some famous people and worked with a lot of companies, but also the back stuff that people don't see, all of the marketing, the editing, the website updates, booking people onto courses, and again something that we really enjoy to do, but it's that hard work that gets put in that means that we get to enjoy photography outside. I'd probably class myself more as a people photographer, whether that be people in the studio, parties, weddings, events, or corporate people. I enjoy taking pictures of people because I think it represents them as an individual, and it certainly gives us something that we can look back on, and we can see how people have changed, how people have developed, and really get an idea for what people are like through the art of photography. What do I dislike the most? I think it would come down to effort, and I don't mean effort as in what I can put in. I think it's looking around within the world of photography and seeing sometimes a lack of effort. A lack of effort in learning the basics, a lack of effort when coming to set up lighting, when coming to set up different things like that. So it's probably effort for me is the one thing that I dislike if there isn't much effort put in. Probably my favourite photograph that I've taken was quite a recent one with a fantastic model, Cinderella Rockefeller. It was for something that I was doing for a piece of homework as I'm doing sort of a styles course, and it was basically trying to stamp a personality onto a photograph. It was a technique that I've always wanted to try, which is the slow shutter speed in the background and then overlaying an exposure with the model, and really pleased with the results that I got from that. If you're just starting out in photography, I think the key is to learn the basics. Understand aperture, understand shutter speed, understand ISO, think about what the camera can do, learn all of the tips and techniques that you can and learn off other people. Because without that basic knowledge and that basic foundation, you can't represent what you're thinking into the final image. And final images are there to represent us. We want to make sure that we do everything that we can to get better and to get the final images. You know, just the same as any walk of life, an athlete, a musician, etc. They practice and rehearse, understand what they're doing until they finally get to the end and they can produce the result that they're looking for. Well, thanks for listening. I hope it's given you a little insight into me as an individual. And look forward to hearing from Debbie, the other part of TipTop Photography, very soon. Anything you need from a photographic point of view, give us a call on the details that follow and we'll try and help. Keep snapping.